And on Friday is taking place in Venezuela the second day of registration of candidates for the presidential elections to be held on July 28th. On Thursday, the registration period for the candidates of the parties that will participate in those elections began throughout Venezuela. To know more about this stage of registration of the candidates prior to the electoral appointment, and which is also constitutional and necessary, we have in Caracas our correspondent Gladys Quesada. Hi, Gladys.
Hello, Irma. Thanks for the contact and thanks for this moment with you and also with From the South and all of audience. So today, Thursday, or Friday, I beg your pardon, is the second day of the registration, as you were saying. And as we were reporting yesterday, the parties of the opposition and political forces that are contrary or not aligned to the government started their nomination and started also their registration process. Let's recall that all the parties in the country, all the opposition parties and all the political forces that are contrary or aligned with the government can do the process, as long as they are legally allowed to do so and they comply with all the requisites contemplated and observed in the Constitution and also in the electoral laws of the country. First of all was the nomination phase of this process that took place prior to this one, because after the National Electoral Council set the day for the general elections on July 28th, the process of nomination starts. Each one of the parties has the right and the duty to choose a candidate. Afterwards comes this phase that we are at right now, is the nomination or the registration of the nominees. Everyone, every single party, every single political force are scheduled to come here in these 5 days until March 25th, so they can register legally their nominee and they turn into a candidate for the presidential elections. Yesterday we had the nominations and we had the registration of Arepa Digital, we had the registration of Acción Democrática, Democratic Action, Popular Will, Voluntad Popular. We also had other nominations and other parties aligned with the government as Enamórate de Venezuela, as also Podemos and El Partido Comunista de Venezuela, the Communist Party of Venezuela. All of them, part of the great patriotic poll, came here not only to ratify their support to Nicolás Maduro Moros as the next candidate for the Socialist United Party of Venezuela, but also to endorse their nomination and also to register him as the candidate for their political forces. Those were the nominations and the registrations of yesterday, but today, on Friday, it is expected that other political forces of opposition come here and register their candidates. It's the case of Juan Carlos Alvarado, who is the leader of COPEI, one of the oldest political forces here in the country, as the party was founded in 1946, and it was sharing the right forces with Acción Democrática, Democratic Action. Those are the main right-led parties in the nation, and today is the turn for the nomination and registration of the candidate of COPEI, which is a Christian social democratic party and also is center-right guided. Let's have that into account, and also let's know once again that they have a registration digitally, and afterwards they can come in here to ingress, submit their legal documents to inscribe the candidate as one of the ones or the names that are going to be in the ballot the July 28th elections. Also, today it is expected that Antonio Ecarri also comes to ratify his nomination and to register himself as the candidate of his party, which is the party Lapis, or Lapis Association, which is translating as Pencil Association, and it is also one of the right-guided or center-right guided parties in the country. I have to stress, those are opposition parties, but they have the same rights, the same ways, the same access to the process of the National Electoral Council, as long as they have legal rights, legal basis, and also as long as they comply with the Constitution and everything that is established by the laws of the country. Other aspirants that had promised violence, that had promised, extortion, that have promised protests and terrorism, they are not allowed because they not comply with the laws of the country. They are just forbidden, they have been banned because they do not comply with the Constitution and the laws of the country. But other forces can come in here and submit their documents and also be legally recognized as a candidate for the presidential elections. That's the information, that is what is going to happen today. We are here receiving all the candidates. Also, we are here receiving all the data, all the information and the details. And we are going to cover every single detail of today's registration process. This process will last until March 25th. And afterwards, if the National Electoral Council declines or accepts any of the nominees, they can appeal the decision. In any case that they are rejected, they have the legal mechanisms to appeal the decision and to claim another result. But they have to go into a judicial process. That's the ways, that's what is established, and those are the ambience and the atmosphere here in Caracas. Otherwise than politics, people is in calm. Even though the electoral ambience is present, people is just living the Holy Week. They are doing their dishes, they are doing whatever they want, they are having their holidays. So the nation and the city, Caracas, is in calm, is in full joy because of the Holy Week, and they are gearing up, they are heating up into the atmosphere of the elections. And that's the information. Irma, back to you.
Thank you, Gladys. Thank you very much for this summary.